The year is 2080. In this suburban wasteland, there are no children because everyone's forced to be trans. But it's not all good news. Donald Trump is somehow still alive, and he's just started his 72nd term of president. Because I didn't do the math, and you know he won't either.
This episode is brought to you by our patron supporters. Today's patron of the day is Joshua Smith. Patrons get the show always ad-free and access to extended episodes with bonus content. If you don't want to miss all of that, go to patreon.com/calltheline. That's patreon.com/calltheline.
Where you can share certain opinions, like this week when Shakis offered to us that Japanese pizza apparently is mayo and corn, and that's a classic. Of the things that aren't pizza, I'd now like to apologize to Chicago. Mayo and corn takes the cake. The pizza cake. You want to get a pie?
Is mayo the sauce?
I hope not. Oh, God. It's called the Stephen Miller pizza, I think. Welcome, everybody. It's October 7th, 2025, and this is The Line is a Podcast, talking about the news, talking about the things going on, commiserating, and just hoping that we can all get through this together. And we'd like to start today's show with a comment from the last episode from a deep, die-hard fan. Let me start by telling you all what the title was last time. MAGA has all the power, but it's still the Dems' fault? Got it. So this is from a user. From the time we're recording, it was not very long ago they wrote this. The title is the problem. Well, thank Christ. Because that means it's going to be so easy to solve the country's problem if the title is it.
Right.
All we have to do is change the title. Anyway.
Great.
Your nation is being overthrown and you have a podcast about blame. That's like sitting in your living room while your house is on fire, debating if you should call the people to put out the fire. Do you people even live on the same planet or just observe it as some fucking mental projection? Well, I gotta ask you, buddy. If having a podcast, which is an extension of a network and actually does, because it's not quite the same as arguing about whether or not we should call someone to put out the fire. It's more like letting firefighters know to put out the fire, and in some cases, how to fight fires. And it's more like our house, there are fires nearby, and our house is in danger of getting engulfed in the fires, and we're talking about preventative steps and what other people could do, but sure. I just have to ask you, though, let's say you're totally right, and that having a podcast about who's to blame is the equivalent of that. I have to ask you, activist, what is the equivalent of leaving a comment on a podcast about blame? Like, I guess it's like there was a fire, our house is on fire, and you've gone and put a toilet on the lawn in front upon which you are sitting. And I like to point this out because your activism can be done from the toilet. You've put a toilet out front of the house that's on fire, and now you're just yelling at the concept of the fire as a method of hoping it will encourage us to call. Like, anybody who wants to complain in a comment section about a podcast, trying to raise awareness, trying to talk about it, and as we've said before, trying to have a place of commiseration to help us get through it as we do act in other ways. The irony.
Yeah.
Is that not just so...
It's tasty.
It's so rich, it has to be fattening.
I think really like the biggest role for us really is the commiserating. And sure. I don't think that anyone who listens to this podcast gets all of their news from us. Like, I don't think that's what it is. I think it's just nice to hear like other people validate that everything is crazy and insane, because otherwise it makes you feel even more crazy and insane to see all of this stuff happening and thinking to yourself, why is no one freaking out? Like, that would feel so much worse. You could come here and listen to us freak out.
What if we made the title of this episode just like the username of that person is dumb?
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Don't do that.
Okay.
You can't directly, like, because then first of all, it makes you look like a sore loser.
But then if you play, because it's so funny is the thing. Here's how go ahead. You finish your point.
I think
sore loser.
High road.
Yeah.
We addressed the comment.
Uh-huh.
And then you just leave it.
So this podcast, it's really funny because about twice a month I go to Alyssa with some version of the following question. Should we start trying to make the podcast profitable? Should we start like remembering this is a business?
We literally, like, at least once a month, you're like, we should probably promote this somewhere.
Do you think we should market this anywhere? Do you think like we should tell anyone about this? Like maybe we could do that thing we did at the beginning where it's like, yeah, we should do that. And then we don't.
Yeah, and then we don't.
Because here's what this podcast is. We could either do this podcast for roughly an hour and a half with the bonus show for patrons a week. Or we can call each other twice a week and talk about the exact the podcast was already happening.
Yeah, okay? You guys just get to hear it now.
Now we click record on it and you're in on our phone call. We censor out some of the stuff.
Funny.
Alyssa and my girlfriend are having like an affair. So we censor some of that stuff out. But other than that, I've already figured out that that's more of a thing that like, I just love the two of you so much, my girlfriend and Alyssa. And I know that they love their boyfriend so much, but I also know they both need a girlfriend for just a minute.
Literally, me and Kevin were just talking about that recently.
And I'm the only one cheerleading this. I mean, don't get me wrong. They both clearly have huge crushes on each other, but no matter how much I'm like, y'all just go for it. I've decided just like, I'm just going to let them blossom if they ever want to blossom.
We have to establish a friendship and a safe space with each other first. It's very important for girls. There was something else I was going to say about.
Y'all need to meet. We need to meet in person. Somebody was meeting us this weekend.
I know. I was supposed to come this past weekend and I couldn't make it. But I'm overdue to go to Austin anyway. So I have to come.
Tell me when you want to come and we'll make it happen.
It's in the cards. I know. Well, okay. So I'm going to.
Are we doing phrasing? Go on.
What do you mean phrasing?
That's from the show Archer, where somebody says something that if you think about it, it's gross.
Oh.
And so it's like, are we phrasing?
Oh.
So tell me when you want to come and we'll make it happen.
Oh. Okay. I was like, I don't know what I said. Okay.
Yeah. I said it.
You did. I'm going to Dublin and Hawaii in November.
You know, this doesn't make me feel better because I was like, hey, what if we make it happen? I'll get you a dog sitter. Let's just do it. And you're like, it's just too packed. It's too much.
It was too much.
And then you're like, I just can't come. And then you're like, but now also.
Well, I'm not going on those trips until
next
month.
Yeah.
I'm not going on those trips till next month. And
so we can't have you in November either.
Well,
we need to get Promise to tell us when she wants to come.
When is she coming back?
And just get everybody. I don't even care if she stays in the U.S. I know she's got to do stuff in the U.S. She's not going to stay.
Why would she? I wouldn't. I literally was thinking about this earlier today. I was sitting on my couch and I was like looking at the Judge Diane Goodstein's house being engulfed in flames. Yeah. And I was like, the
left are the violent ones. Go on.
Right. I don't want to live here anymore. Full stop. I don't. The only reason I live here is because my friends and my family are here.
I have a friend from the old Colorado days, and she's cool. She's very like vocal about Palestine, which I love. Obviously, that's a big thing over here. She would be because she is at least partially Palestinian. And anyway, at one point I just remembered last year that she like escaped America to Spain. And so anyway, the other day something came up and I messaged her and I was like, hey, how are things going? And I was like, you're still in Spain, right? And she's like, no, I had to come back. I'm hoping I can make my way back there. And I was like, man, I haven't replied to it yet. I guess I should. Maybe I'll just say, hey, by the way, I replied to you on the podcast today if you want to listen to it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like, I remember I was like falling asleep and I was like, can you imagine just like being in such a harsh place where your people, your extended family are literally being genocided. And you're like in a place that is just completely not just paying for it, but you can't even convince people to pay lip service. You're in a country
Right.
that's like, well, those children are because they're from a young age, they're taught to hate Jews. And so, even the kids are terrorists over there. And you're like, fuck, I'm going to finally get away. I'm going to get to Spain, which is definitely a superior democracy to our own and is much better than to their Muslim population. She's not Muslim. I mean, maybe tradition. What is it called? Like culturally. I don't believe she's religiously Muslim. But like accepting of Arab people, more accepting of Arab people. Don't get me wrong. Spain has their issues. You can look up the Vox Party. Fascism's on the rise everywhere, people. It sucks. But, it's kind of one of those things where it's like move to where there are if just every 5 years you move somewhere that's 10 years less fascist than you, you'll always be 5 years ahead of Hitler. And so there'll be Hitlers going on all over the place. We got a couple Hitlers out there these days. Anyway, that would just suck so bad to be like, I got out. And then it's like, so anyway, you can't stay. You got to go back. Just the moment you set foot back in America, you're just like, oh yeah, this shithole country. Here I am again on my own. I don't know. I just felt really bad for her. I probably should have expressed that. I'm realizing. I'm like, She probably would have felt some solidarity if I had expressed all of those things to her in the message, but instead I fell asleep. And I think I was having dreams I can't stop dreaming about, I have a very, very active, I don't want to say not imagination, but like things that I see visually. Mm-hmm. And then anything that also is stressing me out, I dream a lot. And those things pop up in my dreams a lot. So my dreams are extremely impressionable. And so usually, that's why I like to pork before bed. But that's not even untrue because then it's like, there's a good chance.
I just like that you use the word pork.
Pork. I'm not taking a ham sandwich into the bed, people. That's not on my 6 food list. Which I feel like I'm confidently calling it 6 foods these days. Have you noticed that? There was a time where I was saying there was 3 foods I could have, and then 4 and 5 were for a while. I feel like we're solidly up to 6.
Saw in Discord that you requested the orange chocolate. And I was like,
doing better with that. Doing better with that. Yeah, a little piece of dark
That's
chocolate.
Great news. Oh my God, wait, there's another YouTube comment that we need to address.
Okay. Wait, let me finish the point, which I forgot what it was, but I know I wasn't done.
Sorry.
What was I talking about just a moment ago?
You now have 6 foods.
Yeah.
6 foods.
And the ham, why I like to pork before bed. Oh, I like to pork before bed to try and adjust my dreams. But recently, I have seen a lot of the Gaza shit that's happening. But that video, which if you haven't seen it, don't seek it out. And I hope it doesn't end up in front of you, despite the fact that I think probably more people need to be exposed more. But going all the way to that little girl, burned body, intestines hanging out, and she's still breathing for about a minute before she finally dies. She's clearly in shock and stuff. Like her innards are out and she's moving. God. That video is really, really, really tough to see. And at this point, I almost wonder if I need to go back and rewatch it because I think my memory has been warped by the dreams and it's even worse than it was. And it is one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. Like, that's real anyway. I'm sure I saw something worse on Game of Thrones, but there's a gory level of whatever to it, or Saw. But that's like the level. Imagine being complicit in a genocide that I have to say, I'm sure I saw something worse in the Saw movies. Right. And I'm not like saying that with confidence, right? Yeah. Like, maybe not. That's the genocide
to a little doing. Girl.
God, like, couldn't be more than I'm bad at aging children. I think she's probably 5 or 6.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Really, really, really rough video. So that keeps popping in my dreams, as well as other weird, stressful stuff, like friends who I don't talk to anymore, running into them. For some reason, I'm thinking about a lot of friends that I don't talk to anymore. Mm-hmm. And then it's like the stressful, like re-exposing. Anyway, you had another comment you wanted to go with? I want to bring up a thread also. So what's the other YouTube comment?
Okay. The other YouTube comment was, it was like, I have a conspiracy theory that Jimmy and Alyssa are secretly dating. And I was like,
aw.
Right. I was right. For half of me is like, that's nice. And then I was like, you can very easily go to my social media and see the person that I'm dating. It's not hard to find.
Wait. You think that doesn't make the conspiracy theory
They see my boyfriend and they're like, he's gay. She's
Jimmy's
not
in a wig. They see him and they think it's me in a wig.
No, that's true. You guys do look similar.
Or vice versa. Right. We look super related because I think we figured out we are kind of related. Like we are from a very small group of Irish people. Mm-hmm. Right. We're probably far enough that if we hook up, it's fine. But we are cross.
If you guys make a baby, it'll probably be okay.
Well, it won't, but not for incest reasons, right? Right. There's no amount of diversity you could, whoever is the most genetically diverse woman in the world, to me, our baby would still have genetic issues.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Notwithstanding the diversity. Mm. Yeah. There's some messed up shit. That kid's going to come out, first of all, Tylenol baby. Right. Big time Tylenol baby. Right. And then on top of that, okay, actually, I want to get into this other thing. But yeah, no. Those wouldn't be that kid's going to come out and it's just going to be like, my liver sucks, my intestines suck. I'm starting out. Can we just do a preventative gallbladder removal? Because this thing is not going to make it to adulthood. We know what's going to happen here. Right. Yeah, let's get ahead of it. Let's get ahead of it.
My A is fading.
I also would like very much for an award. Some of my threads are getting good.
Oh. Tell me more.
I would like to make a declaration, by the way, people. There is something I would like to team up with. There is a corruption out of Puerto Rico, however it's correctly said. Puerto, not Porto. Boy, I sound white. And I am. Out of Puerto Rico, it is the president there. Yes. Is so corrupt. The president of Puerto Rico is so corrupt that I would actually like to team up with the GOP and MAGA to remove the president of Puerto Rico from office, from power, and put him in prison. Are you with me?
I think that would be a great idea. But also, do we have proof that he actually said this? Because I was looking for it and I couldn't find it.
Proof that he said what?
That he said that he spoke to the president of Puerto Rico.
Oh, I don't even know what that's referring to. Who said that?
Trump.
Okay, but I'm talking about the actual president of Puerto Rico. Is the joke going over your head?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about the same thing.
Heads. Okay. You're saying Trump also said he spoke to the president of Puerto Rico?
Yes.
Is it every day?
So,
I'm thinking about the man in the mirror.
So yeah, I saw this going around that
copyright strike.
Trump said he was going to talk to the president of Puerto Rico, but then I tried to find a source for that, and I think it's just like a story that's been going around, but it is really funny to think about.
Are other people doing president of Puerto Rico jokes?
Yeah.
Did I absorb it? I don't do pop culture stuff. I stay off my phone and shit. So there has to be something that causes certain jokes to enter and be told by the same people. Because I was so pleased when I made a joke about I don't remember what the purpose was, like what the setup was, but I basically made a joke to a person that was like, "What's your favorite music key? Is it A minor?" Or something like that. And I was implying the guy was a pedophile. Yeah. And then I like bragged about, I think it was to you, and you're like, "Oh, like Kendrick Lamar." And I was like, "No." First of all, I've been making that joke. And by the way, band kids have been making that joke for millennia. It's gotta be in American Pie band camp. I assume it's somewhere in there. I don't know. But we definitely were making that joke before. So it is also sad when there's a joke that you're attached to that you come from like a niche community and then Kendrick Lamar just owns it. But I'm not going to complain too much about him owning something I want, considering what my ancestors did. Anyway, who they owned. So I'm going to back up that one. I think actually he can have that one.
Yeah. Reparations.
Anyway, I got some poppin' threads, and I do not get the credit I deserve. By the way, here's one of them. Somebody put a meme up, Margaret Thatcher. I have no idea if Margaret Thatcher actually said this, but they put up, "If they attack you personally, it means they have not a single political argument left." And then they wrote the caption, sorry for people who hate the ARDs, the TARDs kind of words, but He wrote the caption, "She really did know the leftard's playbook." Are you putting it together? If they attacked you personally, it means they have not a single political argument left. So I simply responded with, "No amount of money can teach these people what irony means."
That's
signed
unbelievable.
A leftard. Isn't that just
that's
the
unbelievable?
And 20, they aren't ratioed. 2,300 likes. Plenty of comments. But I hate it. I do love a Futurama meme. Did you ever like Futurama?
I never really watched it.
Oh, there's a person right. How's the original poster doing in the comments? And it's a picture of the professor going, "To shreds, you say."
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
It's real rough. Real rough.
Yeah, sure is.
I also like the image of Captain America punching Red Skull, who's got a swastika on him. And as Red Skull's going down, he's got a speech bubble that says, "So much for the tolerant left."
It's really good.
By the way, I'm begging somebody to tell me who ever said, when have the left ever claimed to be the tolerant left?
Yeah, no, that's something the right made up.
Right. So much for the tolerant left. We never called ourselves that. We talked about tolerance as intolerance of people who have immutable characteristics that you don't like, but you have to still live with. But not tolerance of authoritarianism, of fucking fascism. It's literally like, hey, maybe have a little bit of tolerance of this disabled person, this black person, this queer person, because that could be you. But you can choose your way out of fascism, but you choose to be a fucking... I want to combine the F slur with the word fascist, like fascist or something, in a way that I would like to slur up fascist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ooh, we got to slur up fascist.
I feel like it's overdue. Can we, I don't know if we can say this. Leave a comment with your favorite fascist slur alternative.
Yeah.
There might be a lot of, YouTube might shadow ban some of you, but, go ahead and give that a try.
Give it a shot. Censor it if you need to.
Do you know it's already time for an ad break?
Oh, wow.
Crazy? Do you know that we also need to get new ads?
Yeah?
We really do.
Like we have to record new ads, or we have to get?
Yeah, they're really over. They're
old.
Let's see if we can get Promise with us next week or next show and record some new stuff. That'd be good. My hair's getting kind of long.
I started letting my grays grow out on the back half of my hair, and they are popping.
No one's noticed.
Oh, brother.
How does Kevin feel about people thinking we're dating? That's interesting. Does he feel like, oh, sorry, we'll be right back?
This episode is brought to you by the amazing people on patreon.com/calltheline, where you can get the show ad-free and you get the extended episodes where we do bonus shows, which is most of the time. Head over to patreon.com/calltheline and sign up today. Would you like to be one of the cool people who can
Today for the bonus show, Alyssa's going to send that comment to her boyfriend and read the response.
He's playing a show in about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So
send it now.
Yeah, I need to
get that on. Yeah, get that screenshot on there. So they're just say, hey, for the bonus show, we're going to read your, or do it apropos of nothing. Be like,
hold on.
Look at this. I feel like I'm going to catch a stray here. Well, it's not really a stray if it's direct. He's not going to mean to, but he's going to try to be nice, but it's going to be something devastating. Like, he's going to be like, yeah, but I know you like guys with legitimate chins. They don't have to hide under a beard.
Wait,
they don't have to draw their jawline in with a trim.
Also, the comments underneath it are, he's been giving her tons of line exposure. She's the mystery relationship. Jimmy was misdirecting with a potentially Japanese girlfriend. It's insulting that they think the only reason that you put me on the line is because we're dating.
Where was the potentially Japanese part?
I don't know.
Could somebody give me the context of a potentially Japanese girlfriend?
Much to address.
For the record, sure. My mystery girlfriend, people already, I guess if you're not watching everywhere, you don't know, but my mystery girlfriend is now also a producer at The Line. So and she screens and stuff. And she's done shows that Alyssa and I have been on together with her separately as the producer. Everyone, you have heard her referred to as Luthian around these parts. But yeah, technically my mystery girlfriend is potentially Japanese, but that's because I wouldn't exclude the possibility of dating anyone based on race. I've already dated most of the races. Not most of the ethnicities. I think all of the races, in as much as we pretend race is a thing, but there are way more ethnicities than people are prepared to know. How many would you guess? How many ethnicities do you believe probably exist?
Exist?
Yeah. Of human ethnicities, obviously. That's weird. Opposed to the aliens.
I have no idea.
I'm going to look up the exact number, but I know it's a lot. Presently exist and are alive.
Yeah, I have no
idea. Give it a guess. Just give a guesstimate.
300?
I'll give you a hint. It's more than 5.
Is it like 300?
300? Okay.
I don't know.
About 300. I've got the number.
Is it like 3,000?
It does kind of depend on which source you're going with, but ethno-linguistic groups estimate 11,500 to 13,000.
How is that possible?
People or unique communities up to 24,000.
Okay.
So it's a lot.
So close to 300.
Yeah. It's funny because
I don't know.
being raised and socialized white.
This is why that guy thinks that I'm on this because we're dating. Because I say shit like that. He's like, what's with this girl? Get it.
It could be. I don't know what you said. What was it? Did you say I was handsome?
What?
Huh. I don't know. I didn't hear what it was you said that made him think I was dating. I just wanted to flip my hair like that.
That I guessed 300.
Oh.
And the answer is like 11,000.
Oh, I see. That's pretty funny. No. Yeah, it's this is one of those things though where it's like, just so you know, I've had this discussion before. That only surprises white people because we are raised and socialized as the idea as though white is both the race and the ethnicity. We don't even think about multiple white ethnicities. Whereas people who actually have lived on these other continents are like, no, of course, you might not be able to tell the difference between Chinese culture and Japanese culture and the ethnic differences, but there are some, and in fact, blow your mind, within Japan and China, there are multiple ethnicities. You don't have to cross 2 different countries too. And I'm just sitting there like, I believe you, but I feel called out. I think I feel exposed.
Well,
I feel racist, even though this would be ethnicist, but I feel racist. But the sheer number that you are telling me, it definitely undermines things where you talk about America is actually, if you look at racial diversity, while it's failing in so many ways, there are admirable attempts to have a sort of racial cohesion that doesn't exist in a lot of other places. But that's only if you break down at the level of race, which is a bit arbitrary, and you realize that there are countries, I think Kenya might be one of them, there's smaller African countries that have way more ethnicities than America does.
That's so interesting.
But to us, we're like, well, they're all black, so that's black ethnicity.
Well, yeah, that's. You know what? It always bothers me that anytime a person of color, is being addressed, people will always call them African American.
Yeah.
You don't know if their family's from Africa.
That's true enough. That's true. I mean, there's much worse things to worry about than
totally. But I always
most people are trying. If they say African American, they're probably at least trying.
Yeah, totally.
Kind of
But yeah, at some point, I look forward to when we evolve past that in some way. I don't really know how, but
I'd say the funnier thing that's kind of in that category is the way white people are freaking out in America because there's a projected date where white people, and they call it become the minority, but they're talking about a date where white people won't be more than 50% of the United States, which means that they think that it is white people, all white people is one category and all people of color.
Yes.
So the fact that we'll be 48% still, they just but the others, they'll be 52%. And you're like, sure. But that's Asian and Mexican and black. And they're like,
Yes.
yeah, but they're going to band together. And it also goes to show you that, like, obviously the reason why they're stressing about it is they acknowledge minorities are not treated very well. And they're worried
Right.
that they are going to be treated the way they've treated minorities in the past.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I think is like really powerful about asking people why they don't want to be treated in the same way. Like when you come across that juncture in a conversation being like, "Oh, well, why would it be a problem to you to be treated like a minority group?
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with that?"
What's the issue? It is fun. It's not funny, but it is funny where, like, there are times where I'll just learn something new that it's not that there aren't lots of people who know that. It's just that being raised and socialized white, I wouldn't say the information is kept from you, but it kind of is. It's kind of like, we're not going to get this to you. And so now I just hit those moments and it's just like funny to me where I'm just like, holy fucking shit. In no way am I intentionally being racist, but at what point is the level of ignorant I am to very basic, like, I should have known how many ethnicities there are in the world when this is such a core issue for people.
Close.
Yeah.
I had a moment recently where I thought I was being racist, but I wasn't.
Mhm.
And this is going to sound weird, but it will make sense. I don't love Beyonce. She gives me
Sure.
weird vibes. And I had to, for so long,
No,
I
you
was
are
like,
being racist.
for so long, I was like, do I have like a weird thing with Beyonce? Like, I don't know what that is. Like, why do I feel this way towards her? And then the new Taylor Swift album came out and I was listening to it and I was like, okay, so I feel similarly about Taylor Swift now as I have about Beyonce, and I made a TikTok about
You're
this.
not racist. You have internalized the patriarchy and you're a sexist. Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
It's people who are billionaires who act like they aren't billionaires.
Yeah.
And then do things like that feel like advocacy when it benefits them. So like,
yeah.
I don't know as much about Beyonce, but like it does freak me out that her and Jay-Z have so much fucking money and we have no idea what they do. Like I think the lack of transparency, like we have there are no
merch
paparazzi
brands,
pictures,
but licensing deals and stuff.
No, we know where like the money comes from, but I'm saying like we have no idea. Like no one ever sees them ever, and it's like I know the Illuminati doesn't exist, but like it's alarming to me that we have no information about these people really. Where they pop up is like Beyonce sitting at a table with Jared Kushner at a fundraising event.
Yeah, that's gross.
It's stuff like that where I'm like, what?
Yeah, billionaires are terrible. I mean, as far as Beyonce and Jay-Z goes, I think most celebrities have already proven that unless you're in an active state of doing something that's ruffling feathers, all you have to do is just not tell the paparazzi to come find you, because that's most paparazzi shit is like plotted these days. It's like there's a publicist saying like they're going to be coming back from the airport at this time. Like that's the, and I think they just don't do that. And then like,
I guess it's just, I don't know. There's something nefarious about the way that celebrities who make that much money and are also really secretive, how they function just kind of weirds me out. Then so with Taylor Swift, she's a better example.
I'm bothered by the billions, but I don't think not living your life where everything is public is the same as being secretive.
Yeah. It's like not totally logical, but that's like the weirdness that I feel. But for Taylor Swift, it pisses me off much more because she made like that song "You Need to Calm Down" and had all of these like LGBTQ like icons in the music video. And then the song, like she sort of like made it about the LGBTQ community. And then she's also done a song called "The Man," which is about like women in male leadership roles. Where have you been while the rights of those groups specifically have been preyed upon? Nowhere. You've been silent. And then you come out with, and then there was one moment in an old documentary that she did called Miss Americana, where she's like getting emotional and she's like saying that she needs to speak out against Trump, or no, someone who was running in Tennessee. I don't know what the fuck. And she was like getting very emotional, and her parents were like, your base is largely Republican. Like you can do this, but it's not going to go well. And she was like, I have to. Where the fuck is that energy? Everyone watched that documentary and they were like, oh. And then she did nothing else. And then she comes out with this fuck-ass album where she just is talking about having sex with Travis Kelce, who we know is a Trumpy. And she has a diss track for Charlie XCX. Yeah. There are pictures of him and his brother with Trump. Then she's made a diss track for Charlie XCX, who did nothing to her. And it just like is immature and weird. I don't know. She gives me conservative pipeline realness, and she freaks me out. And like, I don't know. You really think Beyonce and Jay-Z didn't vote for Trump? They fucking absolutely did. It's the Kardashians too. They also voted for Trump. There's no way.
I don't know. I will say Beyonce was performed for Harris.
She did. She did. Okay. That actually makes me feel way better. But then why is she sitting with Jared Kushner?
They are all billionaires. And that's why we should hate them. I don't think we need this level of like celebrity conspiracy. They're hoarding resources. I wouldn't put her or Taylor at the top of the list of billionaires we need to like assimilate first. Well, I'm going to use a charged term. Like we're just going to assimilate you down to the profile of a mere millionaire. You have to get with society. But I will say I just checked, and Travis Kelce said it was an honor to play in front of the president, but never like, there's nothing that shows that he's for sure a Trump supporter. I'd be surprised if he was, honestly. Especially like
I wouldn't.
Donald Trump said, I hate Taylor Swift on Truth Social. I kind of think that
but then
he's a rich athlete with apparently a huge wiener. And I don't think he
said that, but then more recently he said he congratulated them on their engagement. Wish them all the best, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but that's fake bullshit. That's him because and then next week he's going to say, I still hate her though. But that's the kind of shit he says about his enemies too. No matter who they are, he'll say like, I wish them the best, whatever, go away, go to another place. I wish them the best. See how polite I am anyway. I'm sending ICE to deport a Puerto Rican because I don't understand how things work. I don't know. I just don't get that into celebrity shit. Billionaires are horrible people. They are hoarding. I don't care if they're a special exception of like, she's a woman billionaire and they spend their money more ethically. Sure, more ethically, but they still are hoarding resources and are still fucking horrible. Yes, there are people who are like worse to prioritize first, but like, I'm not impressed because it's like, but she's a woman. It's like, so she knows how like bad the system was against her and is still not returning. She's still maintaining her status as a billionaire instead of returning those resources so other people can succeed, especially from her own community. Like, miss me with that fucking dumb shit. I
just am not. I'm really, really, really disengaged with like all celebrities and all celebrity culture. Like, I really just don't fuck with them. I think they are all pretty bad.
I also like how people used to be like, oh, J.K. Rowling, she was the good one. She was one of those good billionaires because she became a billionaire and she spent so much money on charity that she became a millionaire again. And that's the way to do it. But she's a billionaire again, which, her values have also gone to fucking shit too. So like, here's my surprise face. It still hasn't, it just doesn't look like it just looks totally unfazed. I don't know. I do not give a fuck about her album. I know people have different opinions on it from a creative standpoint. At a certain point, I don't know. I've always hated the parasocial relationships a lot of people have with her and people like her. And just seeing, I don't know if you've ever seen those videos of like, it'll be like a couple of 13-year-old girls recording their first reactions to hearing a new album for the first time. Yeah. And like, they'll hit play and the first note will be like just a strum of the guitar, like,
and they're like, iconic.
Worse, hysterical breakdown. They're just like waiting. They hear the thing, just violently convulsing and crying.
I've literally never felt that way about any celebrity ever.
And bro, she did not invent the A chord.
No,
I can A chord you right now.
A chord.
Who wants to get A chorded?
It's just so crazy. I don't know. This whole fucking world is sick in the fucking head.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Drake wants to be A-chorded. Well, close. Slight half step down. That's how you get to A minor. I hope this ends up in his lawsuit as proof that Kendrick, it's like, look at this podcast that everyone listens to, taking his defamation as true, that I'm a pedophile.
It's only defamation if it's not true.
That's going to be a new lyric in one of his future things. It's all I ever. I never thought Drake was. Everybody was like greatest of all time, greatest freestyle. Even like Kanye had his back for so long. As this,
I know.
I was like, Kanye, like, obviously you're crazy.
Girl,
and in the future, we're going to
up.
find out you're a Nazi. But bro,
Yeah.
you're way better than he is at
Girl,
all of this.
Get up.
Get
I
out
know.
of here.
I know.
Get out of here. This isn't me virtue signaling. I still unironically love old Kanye music. This is not a because we found out Drake sucks thing. I just never liked Drake. I just really did. Did not.
I could go on a whole thing about Drake and Kanye, but I'm going to hold it because we're 40 minutes into this podcast and we have not talked about anything else, and that will put us on a whole
We
different.
talked about that fire,
We did. Oh, speaking of musicians, actually, did you see that Diddy got 50 months?
Yeah, and was devastated. Fell to the ground. I was like, bro,
are you fucking kidding?
Everything you did, and like you're gonna your prison term still won't hit puberty by the time you get out. Bruh.
Right.
Bruh. You know what you did.
But on the bright side, Ghislaine Maxwell denied her.
Denied. She is just gonna keep chilling at her country club prison in, where is she now? Florida?
Yeah, I think so.
Because she still got upgraded. It's like we're wanting to say good news, and then we just remember like, oh, right, but rich people will have a more comfortable life in prison than we have in not prison.
Right.
Yeah.
People here have to choose if they want to have cable anymore because it's so expensive, and it might just make more sense financially to have streaming services. She definitely has cable and streaming services.
Bro, I bet Ghislaine Maxwell still has access to like Pokemon cards at MSRP. That's what I think is going. That's like how much better access they have to the luxuries of life. Scalpers have ruined Pokemon card collecting, and I am against the death penalty, or so I thought. But Pokemon scalpers, guillotine. I'd like to line
ticket
scalpers. You up, bruh.
Ticket scalpers make me so annoyed and so upset.
That's why
every concert is immediately sold out.
We've got a festival this weekend. I'm not going, but people I know are going, and we're trying to think we may have an extra ticket to it, and we're trying to think we want to sell it, but I'm like, I almost don't want to. I almost don't want to sell it.
You have
There's
one
also
for the
a funny
upcoming
thing
weekend?
about it. Yeah, you know about it.
Oh, I didn't realize it was for the upcoming weekend.
What do you mean, second weekend?
Oh, I didn't realize. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going to double check.
That's what you told me. So we're going to take a quick ad break.
Maybe that is what I said. Maybe that is what I said, but I thought the first weekend.
Boy, that would really suck.
It shouldn't make a difference, but I want to make sure that they have it set aside.
Yeah. I got connections. Alyssa's the connection.
If that wasn't blatant enough.
But there's even something funnier about it that I have to tell you about. But we'll take a quick break, and maybe we'll cover some actual news when we get back, and then the bonus show will happen, and we'll all have fries. Hey, has Kevin responded yet to that screenshot?
No.
Okay, well, maybe that won't be what's happening on the, who knows?
No, he does.
We'll be right back. I have to hold it because I prematurely did that. We'll be right back.
Would you like to be one of the cool people who can prove they were supporting this podcast right from the beginning? Well, you can. Head over to linemerch.com. That's LINEMERCH.com and pick up some Founders merch for The Line as a podcast that will only be available for a short time and features the rough draft drawn logo that soon will be updated to look less like it was drawn by a 3-year-old. That's linemerch.com.
Welcome, everybody. Bad Bunny says you have 4 months to learn Spanish. Oh, I'm so mad.
I loved it. I loved
America. Let's speak American in America.
Listen, I said this the last episode too. Everyone learned Despacito very easily. I want that energy for Bad Bunny. And I promise you, he's going to put on a fucking hell of a show. He's going to be so good.
This is the thing, too. I like Fall Out Boy. So do you think not being able to understand the lyrics phases me? Have you
It's
listened
never
to
stopped us before.
I'm
No,
going
you're
down, going down swinging.
No,
Honey,
yo,
you're number one.
I have my own lyrics to all of their songs.
Oh, I did on Twitter years ago. I did for Trump. It was you're going down, yeah, you're president now. This was back when I was much more optimistic, and it was his first turn.
Okay.
Yeah, you're president now, but soon you'll be going to prison. What was it? Only election won because you stole it. Better carve up a shiv and grow out a mullet. That was my Trump. That was my Trump thing. Yeah.
God, I hope he. Oh my God.
Totally unrelated. I also did one with Panic at the Disco where I had a frozen pizza off to the side. And then I went with, I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of cooking my damn DiGiorno? And then I pulled up the pizza. Yeah.
That was a little more corny than the first one.
Kind of a parody king over here. People call me weird.
Watch
Jimmy.
out, Weird Al. Watch out.
Yeah.
Weird Jim.
Yeah.
Weird Jim.
And I'm not a hypocrite, Weird Al. Church of Christ weirdo. I guess I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, though.
Technically. On paper.
So there's that. Yeah, I got to think that's got to be his thing, too. They still claim him as a member. So weird for Weird Al to be a part of a church that's like very fundamentalist and very no pop music.
Mm-hmm.
And his career depends on not just being pop music, but other pop music existing, which he has to listen to then parody.
Right.
Yeah.
Bizarre. We were talking before we started recording about the MedBeds AI video.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And so if you didn't see it, Trump posted a video that was made by AI on his Truth Social claiming that Americans will get a MedBed card. Everyone will get a MedBed card, and it's going to be the new thing in healthcare. And these MedBeds are allegedly a bed that has technology to heal bones and whatever.
Basically take care of Star Wars.
Yes, take care of all of your health needs. And those med beds, that's the reason why wealthy people, you never see them with broken limbs or whatever, because they all have these med beds. And
you'd think Trump would have a six-pack though if this was true, you know. He's got a 6 keg pack.
Yes, he certainly does.
Yeah.
He
you see Colin Jost playing Pete Hegseth on Saturday Night Live?
No.
It was really funny. And he's like doing the whole like talk to the troops thing. And he's like, these policies are going in place because we now have the manliest president ever, Donald Trump. 6'6", $175, A cups, perky. It's like really funny.
Oh my God. Oh,
really
he's
good.
At least a B. No.
Well, obviously. The 6'6", $175.
Oh, right. I
The whole
forgot
thing was a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's an L. With a dump truck you wouldn't believe.
Anyway, our president has dementia and has no idea what the fuck is going on.
I'm not convinced he's alive.
Really?
I think he's been running on just hate I think he died probably 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And just hate of, let's just say progress of the black man maybe would be his thing. He's just like, I can see the light, but I am running away from it, which you would think is crazy because that means I'm running toward the dark. And usually I'm doing quite the contrary, quite the opposite when there is dark around, frankly. I would usually mark the application and say, do not rent to this. And yet I am running away from the light.
Your Trump impression is getting better and better every day, unfortunately.
Go toward the light. Donald. You're so tired.
I wish
Aren't
you fucking would.
Well done, my good and faithful servant. Just walk toward the light, buddy. Aren't you just so ready to rest? Aren't you just so tired, Donald? It's time. Put down the weight. You did it. Donald, America is great again. You did it. And now you can be at peace. You can rest. Ziggy, let him leap. Please. That's a reference to a show I don't think you've ever heard of.
I don't know what's going on, I'll be honest.
I'm just encouraging him to walk toward the light. But Quantum
Okay.
Leap was this old show where a guy would basically leap into the consciousnesses of different people, and he'd have to solve like something about their life before he was able to leap to the next one. And he was always hoping the next leap would be back to his own life and his own body. And so he's like doing good, like, you know, this person needs to get a date with so-and-so, or this person needs to get a promotion. And Ziggy's the like quantum angel thing that's kind of controlling all. So it's like, Ziggy, let me leap. I'm out of here. Ziggy's like giving him his instructions. So I'm saying Donald Trump is possessed by a future person who has to make America great again. I'm saying it's great now. It's time to leap.
This is good. This is good content.
Mm-hmm.
This is good.
You know, just because you didn't watch excellent 90s television and you don't know about Scott Bakula, whose name rhymes with Dracula. That's how good his name is. There are people who are going to be watching outraged because they are on the floor laughing, and you are sitting there with this stone face of the kind of person who's like, I really do a podcast with this guy who farts so much. I do fart a lot.
I wouldn't know.
Celebrated farter. She's lying. We have a separate FaceTime open, and I put the phone by my butt so she hears every fart. Just all the time. She's getting them all.
God.
Yeah. I'd have to talk with my partner where I was like, you should acknowledge the ones where I'm clearly being funny, but if I'm not, it's like you're acknowledging too many of them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
so if I'm like, if I make a joke or do a funny little move, you can go, haha, what?
Right.
But if I just like fart and I'm like working and it's like, all right, everybody just pretend it didn't happen. If you do the same, like, hey, I'm like,
my fear is that I've farted in my sleep and he's never told me.
All you girls do. And yep, that has happened. Every girl I've ever dated, because you hold them in. Do you notice you wake up without them? You don't wake up and you're like, oh, all those farts I went to bed with are still here. They're no longer gone. What do you think happens the moment you fall asleep?
That's so funny.
It's like the first 20 minutes of REM for you people is just, I'm just having a lovely dream about releasing I have all these balloons that are overfilled and I'm emptying them out.
Oh my God. Anyone who's listening to this, please let me know if this is like a universal experience that boys have just not been telling us.
Okay, but the girls are going to lie and be like, I don't think I fart
I need
when
the
I'm
boys.
sleeping. You're all, boys
the
chime
boys
in.
or girls who have slept with other girls. Please
chime in,
comment down below. Although I don't think we have a lot of,
talk about I don't think lesbians hold their farts in around each other. But symphony, boys, talk about the symphony of these girls who, unless they are normal day farters, if they are day walkers with their farting. If they are farting day walkers, it doesn't happen so much. But if they are listen, Promise talks about never pooping, never farting. I guarantee you, Phantom of the Opera is going at night. When she falls asleep and it's boom, 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 boom.
Phantom of the Opera at night is so funny.
It's happening. It is absolutely happening.
Oh, her and Yuka look like they're having the best time.
I know. It's like they don't know the world is happening.
I know. I'm so
jealous. Blissful, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm jealous and bitter. I'll be so happy to see her, but also like, welcome back. You got a lot to catch up on. A lot of news happened while you were gone.
Has it been nice to eat your little croissants in a different country?
I'm excited to tell you about my anniversary. Do you know what happened on my anniversary this year? By the way, my new favorite thing, and I would like to encourage anybody who is listening to this to start doing this too. It would be really funny if this became like what people do by default, but it starts with our little group. Anytime somebody makes a thread about Charlie Kirk, just ask who that is. I'm like, tweet, whatever. Be like, someone's like, and you guys thought you didn't like Charlie Kirk. Should be like, who's that?
Who is that?
Who's Charlie Kirk? Now, don't take it the direction I go, because if someone replies in good faith, I go, it sounds like some dead guy to me. Don't do that.
I will not be doing that.
It's pretty good, though.
But I do like the idea. I think I might do that in person.
Warrior. I don't know about that. Sounds like a dead guy to me.
If someone in person tries to get this going, oh no. Breaking news, Trump will look at pardoning Maxwell, per remarks made in the Oval Office minutes ago. Fork found in kitchen. We knew this.
I'm sure
Whatever.
it's the same thing he usually says, though. Like, I have the right to do it. We're going to be looking at pardoning a lot of people. So we're going to be, if I wanted to do it, I could, because she was not involved in what we're hearing. She wasn't involved. It was Jeffrey by himself was able to, with zero help, traffic hundreds of women, zero help, which I love that we're just also going. People are like, wow, without her and without Jeffrey alive, we'll never know if the victims ever were forced to sleep with other men. The victims are alive. Like, are you guys fucking redacted?
They're alive and not
How come nobody
old.
is proposing that? I mean, I know we talked about it for
because
a
we
minute
don't
last
believe
month.
women. They don't believe anything that women say.
But people are acting like, if Jelaine doesn't know, who does? If Jelaine doesn't know, if the victim, and it's like,
right.
They're here.
They're literally here. They're literally here.
The one
And they
killed
also
herself. Very sad. Probably much of the deaths that I learned about in October, that was the saddest one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. September. Of the deaths I learned about in September, that was the worst one by far, by a lot, especially the one on my anniversary. Anyway, much farther down the list. Guys, how will we ever know what those victims went through? I don't know. You could fucking ask them.
You could fucking ask them.
Well, maybe you could ask them. I don't know. That would be like what an FBI fucking person who actually can do their job, fucking Kash Patel's like, have we checked if Jeffrey Epstein ever wrote on some bullets? Has anyone checked his bullets for confessions?
Oh my God.
No one's even checking the bullets. I invented that, by the way. Check the bullets for confessions. So they call me FBI Cash. You'll never get a cash out. I'm ruining this agency. And you're like, man, how do you make the FBI, how do you ruin its reputation more? You take something nobody
Did you watch
likes.
Parks and Rec?
Not really. I mean, I know the characters enough to be aware of who's who.
It's not really about who's who. It's that anytime Kash Patel opens his mouth, he sounds like the town hall people in Parks and Rec, where they just say the stupidest thing they've ever heard very seriously. They're like, no, I think the actual problem is that the bubble gum attached to the bottom of the tables is what is creating violence in this country. Okay.
I guess.
What are you talking about?
Has anyone checked Jeffrey Epstein's bullets for confessions? Because if we haven't, then clearly we're not doing our job anymore.
We're not doing our job.
We're meant to believe that there's an actual peace deal. It's weird how it's Trump's peace deal, but does not look much different than the one Biden had. Mm-hmm. And we're meant to believe that this is the one that's going to take, and this is the one that Israel will respect and totally not claim that Hamas is violating as they violate it. And so this is the one that's for real this time. And all these Republicans are like, Donald Trump, oh my God, wow, he did it. And he said he was going to do it. I'm like, let's talk about him saying he was going to do it very quickly, very easily. Mm-hmm. It was going to be done. Everyone was going to be happy. It's literally taken fucking forever.
Yeah.
The day you watch this will be it'll be the anniversary of October 7th. That thing where it's kind of like, it's kind of how I feel about 9/11 now. I'm so obsessed with 9/11, but when I watch it, I'm like, I see the plane hit the building and I go, and there's the erection that so many Republicans got because they were like, do you know how many Arabs we're going to get to murder for this?
Right.
Do you know how many? Like, bruh, 2,000 people, we're going to kill millions of civilians for this. And each one of those with them climaxing because they're all premature babies. Premature ejaculating babies. Premature babies, totally different context. Totally
different thing.
Else. They were all born
different thing.
In the 7th month. I will say that tracks when I look at Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller still looks like a premature
baby. He gives
baby.
preemie. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He gives preemie.
In the worst way.
Yes. No respect to preemie babies.
I'm actually surprised nobody's tried to build up a system of like there's transvestigations. Nobody's like trying to build up like a system of investigating whether or not a person was a premature baby and then try to bastardize whoever they don't like on that basis?
Well, what they'll do is they would see who's a preemie baby and then bastardize the mother, because the baby
that too,
they can't do much about. They'll just go to the mom.
I'm just saying
We
they love
love to
segregating people. We love grouping, othering and stuff. I'm surprised.
And
Hey guys, new bigotry just dropped.
New bigotry just dropped. And also, it's like any opportunity that we can make it a woman's fault, we're going to do that.
I gotta ask, I'm asking Perplexity, are Republicans or Democrats more likely to have been born prematurely? Wouldn't it be weird if there's
That would
like
be
an
crazy.
answer? Like a definitive answer. People born in states and counties with more democratic left-leaning policy orientation have slightly lower odds. But no. I don't mean like in the areas. I mean a person.
That would be really hard to correlate, I think.
Is there a correlation between premature birth and political party? Wouldn't it be fucking crazy?
That would be crazy.
I'm trying to drop the new bigotry. Can you imagine just going out and just being shitty to people that they were born early?
That's
By the way, I'm pretty sure I was slightly premature. I was supposed to be a twin too. I think I killed it.
Did you eat your twin? Absorb them?
I don't think I fully absorbed them, but I've gotten multiple versions of the story of my mother's pregnancy with me that I don't even know which one is the true one.
Oh.
So,
nice.
Yeah, unfortunately, I am biologically related to them. I was hoping it would turn out all the lies were because I was adopted, but nope. I'm one of them.
Unfortunately.
I'm one of those people.
Unfortunately.
But at least I got to be related to your boyfriend. No, there's no scientific correlation between premature birth and...
Dang.
Yeah.
It's a good line of thought, though.
Wouldn't it be funny?
What should we talk about on the bonus show? Can I make a proposition?
Kevin doesn't respond.
I know. He's like... Okay, what I would like to propose is how...
We have a new card game that my partner and I were playing that was pretty good.
Okay, what I was going to maybe that, and what I was going to propose is a conversation about how being an ICE, I don't know, officer, is that what they call them?
Yeah.
Is the new dog whistle for you having peaked in high school.
Yeah, I like that. I guess the one bit of news we should have covered and didn't until now here at the very end. Greta Thunberg is released from Israel custody.
How do we not talk about that?
What a wonderful little lady. I shouldn't, little ladies. So
she's amazing.
Condescending. What a wonderful big presence of a woman.
Incredible.
She's the shit.
She also wouldn't
let people center her the conversation about her. Literally every time you're like, and you're here. Nope. Fuck off. Palestine is having a genocide.
She's amazing.
But
what an amazing...
We'll talk about that later. Genocide. Like fucking would not let them center her.
It's amazing to see a person actually
consistent,
stick to their values through and through. Like she has such integrity. It's unbelievable. God, I love her.
And the reports are she was low key, like soft tortured at the very least.
Yes, she was beaten
in an infested
apparently.
Bedroom, dragged around, forced to kiss a Palestinian flag by one of the other protesters, or an Israeli flag by one of the other protesters. Reports and still won't let them center her experience or her, using all of the press that she is getting over it to say there's a genocide in Gaza. Fuck Israel. And like, clap, clap, clap.
She's amazing.
What a wonderful woman. I lament saying little lady still. She is physically
I think she
very
is physically small.
She's 4'11".
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny? This is like such a girl
more
thought.
Cojones.
Oh my God, than fucking anybody.
Yeah.
She, I was watching her at the podium and I was thinking like, it was bold of her to get bangs because should she have not come back, she would have to deal with her bangs growing out. And that's the kind of person I am, that I'd be thinking about, should I cut these? Should I trim these bangs before I potentially get kidnapped? I'm so vain sometimes. But I did think of that. I feel
they're practical.
The bangs?
Yeah.
In what way?
As an autist, I hate my hair. Bangs feel like a window out. I'd like the
Okay.
forehead protection, the UV.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Maybe that was her plan.
I got to tell you,
they look
I
great
doubt
on
she
her.
considered it once.
No, she didn't think about it once because she's not an idiot. I did think about it because I'm sitting in my comfortable home and, I looked at them and I was like, wow, her bangs are really nice. And
What if
I was
she
like,
didn't have bangs and the IDF gave her bangs against her will?
No, they're cut too perfectly. That would be
weirdly
so
get
crazy.
more
if they,
press coverage than her being tortured.
They cut perfect micro bangs on her.
Yeah.
They look
like
really good.
micro-tweezing her eyebrows.
Right. They make her look beautiful before she comes out. That would be something.
If we're so terrible, how come she looks so good?
Right. If we're so terrible, why does she have a perfect acrylic set?
Remember when Leo was hanging out with her and we were like, get the fuck away.
You get the fuck
You
away.
get the fuck away. Get the fuck away.
You wouldn't even need to. He doesn't look healthy. I think you could trip him and it would be fine.
He heard he broke his rule, right?
Topple over.
He's got a girlfriend, a 27-year-old model. He broke the 25 rule. I gotta think it was kind of like I can't now.
Right.
Go get another 18-year-old.
Oh God. That's crazy.
He found himself a 27-year-old. And
Absolutely
he is now
crazy.
how old is he? 94?
Oh my God.
Leo, I think, is 94 now. 95? No. You look, am I not nailing it?
I don't know how old he is.
I think he's actually, I'm going to say unironically 58. How old is Leo? I think that's all I have to put into Perplexity. They'll be like, I know who you're talking about. Leo is 50. I was wrong. Bruh. Clooney's
Did you think he was actually 90-something?
No. I said 58.
Okay.
Yeah, he is 50 on the dot. On the dot. So at least his current girlfriend is more than half of his age. Can you imagine if that's what the rule he had been running around? It's like everybody else has that like half your age plus 7 and he's running around. He's like, so the rule is half your age.
He's like, wait, how old are you? What did you say? 27. With his like calculator app.
The rule is half your age or 7.
Ew, stop.
I'm just saying.
That's gross.
18-year-olds was weird, Leo. I don't care what, if you're over 20, I'm going to say 22. Dating an 18-year-old is just weird.
Yeah, I agree.
I probably did. I probably at 23 or 24 probably like had some like dates or hookups with people of 19, 20. And it was weird. I look back and I go weird.
I think
they can't go to the bar. You can't go to certain restaurants together.
Yeah, you're in like a very different like stage of your life.
I'm more thinking of the bar thing.
Yeah,
that's like I can't imagine now. Even if it was like you don't have to worry about the maturity, you don't have to worry about they're still in their parents' home, you don't have to worry about any of that. If it was like boom, everybody as of right now, 18 and up, are all intellectually equal. And life phases, you don't have to worry about, all inequalities have been removed except for the 21 is how old you still have to go to the bar. I'd still be like, I'm not gonna like fucking get special seating at a restaurant. That's crazy.
That's so embarrassing.
I don't even drink.
I know, but it's just weird, but
I'd be limited where I could go.
Yeah, I think it's just like a weird like barrier that it makes me uncomfortable. It makes people feel very, very young.
I feel like if I was holding the hand of somebody who had a black X on their hand, see what I'm talking about? Like a big Sharpie black X on their hands. Someone saw me and be like, all right, I'll just go ahead and die now. I'm terribly embarrassed. All right, well, that's the show. Anyway, if you're 19, hit me up on Instagram. No, that was a joke. I am not Leonardo DiCaprio. No.
I think I rubbed my eye. I got makeup under my eye, so it kind of looks like I have a black eye.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to go ahead and get an AI filter on you if you want to start twitching only the one eyebrow over and over again.
If we want. Did you watch it?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's bad, right?
Yeah.
I also saw another clip of Fox News, but I haven't got the chance to fact check it myself, that they had someone come on who was like past Antifa, but it looks like the same guy. Is that real?
In the past, he was also a past gang member.
Yes.
And he talks with like a fucking super white, like a Wisconsin white accent. You know, and then as we're out there gang banging And
It
we're
was
just
crazy.
breaking necks and cashing checks there, bud. It's so fucking stupid.
It's so crazy.
MAGA thinks you're stupid, but part of it's because they're stupid. Sorry, everybody. You're all fucking stupid. Everyone but us. That's the show.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Bum, bum.